Hi friends, welcome to Getting JS. Today we'll look at the useEffect hook. It is one of the most important React hooks and which we use very consistently in JavaScript. So we use this in following scenarios. So whenever component mounts or state changes or component unmounts. So in these three scenarios, React will call useEffect. So let's see how we can use it. So we have this component here in which we can increment or decrement the count. So let's inspect here and open our code. So we have seen like there are three scenarios in which this component will call the useEffect hook. So first one is when this component mounts. So let's see how we use the useEffect hook. So here I'm using this useEffect. So useEffect will take two arguments. First one is the function which it will call when this useEffect is invoked, and second one is the dependency when it will get invoked. So in the dependency array, for now we are not passing anything. So let's see what will it console.log. So if we haven't passed any dependency in the array, now it will get called only when this component was mounted. So I was mounted, console control S. Now in the console we are seeing this component was mounted. Now if I change state, okay, nothing is getting called. So another scenario in which useEffect will be invoked is when we are changing the state. So let's copy this. So now let's pass the dependency. Now the dependency is count. So now whenever this state gets changed, this should be called, but it will also get called when it was mounted. So in this scenario I was mounted and my state was changed. So this is the scenario. Let's see, let's toggle back, clear everything. Now I should see I was mounted and I was mounted, and then we'll see the state changes. Let's toggle. Now I was mounted and my state was changed. So this is coming from here. Now let's see what happened when we increment or decrement. I was mounted and my state was changed is getting called again and again. So we mostly use the useEffect hook when on the change of a state we have to do anything, or whenever the component is created we may need to call an API, may call API here. So these are the scenarios. Another main scenario, and which is asked like frequently in interviews, and sometimes we also need it in the component, is like if we have to do anything when this component is unmounted, get unmounted, how will we handle that? So for example, so there is a function which handles the unmount mount console.log. In the unmount we usually like remove the event listeners and these kind of things. So I was unmounted. So if we have to call this function only when this component get destroyed, how will we do that? So for that we can also use useEffect. So let's come here, useEffect. Now useEffect will take this dependency and callback. So now if we have to call any function which get calls on the unmount of the component, just return that function from the useEffect handle unmount. Just see, we are not calling this, we are just returning this. So whenever this component get destroyed, this function will get called. So I'll clear this, and now I'll toggle this and this will get unmount, and we should see I was unmounted in the console. Yeah. So guys, that's all. We have seen how useEffect get called on the component mounts, state changes and component unmounts. We'll see you in another video. Keep learning. Thank you.